Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, students can plan the Taylor Swift event of their wildest dreams with a new class coming to USC. And students are getting ready to graduate this winter, but their job search might be a bit harder than expected. But first, why the city of Columbia has rejected millions of dollars to get rid of toxic chemicals in drinking water. Carolina Insider starts now. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Sarah Kraft. Our top story today, South Carolina's former governor gets some new financial backing. The powerful Koch network announced this week it's putting its considerable financial support into Nikki Haley's bid to become president. This announcement comes as Nikki Haley takes her campaigning efforts to New Hampshire before the Republican primary there. The Koch family is behind a super PAC called Americans for Prosperity with a multi-million-dollar campaign fund. And that's not the only backing Haley received this week. According to the Post and Courier, Charleston's mayor-elect Republican William Cogswell says he's endorsing Haley as well. In other news, Columbia City Council is turning down millions in a water safety settlement with DuPont Chemical Company. According to the federal regulators, DuPont allowed groundwater to contaminate water with forever chemicals for years. Here now with more on why City Council is saying no deal is Carolina Insider's Emily Okon. Emily?
Thanks, Sarah. The City of Columbia has turned down a $12 million settlement in a class action lawsuit against the chemical company DuPont. The settlement was meant to give Columbia and Lexington funds to scrub drinking water systems of PFAS, also known as forever chemicals. Forever chemicals are long-lasting chemicals used in hundreds of consumer and commercial products, but in low amounts, they're not harmful to humans and animals. But drinking water systems must remain under a certain level of PFAS. Columbia officials say the settlement wasn't enough to put in a new filtration system.
Water treatment entities, like City of Columbia and City of Lexington, have a responsibility to keep the water clean up to to filter out certain harmful toxins or bacteria and things like that.
Columbia officials say it could cost $150 to $200 million to upgrade the water system. The town of Lexington also decided to opt out of the settlement, saying it wasn't nearly enough funds. The city plans to file its own claim against the chemical giants, but it's uncertain if Lexington will too. Back to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Emily. USC December grads are preparing to walk the stage, but new stats released by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York find their job hunt will not be as easy as previous years. The latest unemployment rate for recent graduates is now 4.4%. That's higher than the overall U.S. unemployment rate and double the rate for all workers with a college degree. Experts say workers without a degree are in higher demand at the moment, especially for positions in hospitality, childcare, and manufacturing. For students coming back next semester, Taylor Swift's influence is coming soon to a classroom near you. As Isabella Davis explains, USC students can now fill a blank space in their spring schedule with a special event planning class.
Within the first weekend of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert film hitting theaters, the film reached a total of $96 million in ticket sales and became the highest-grossing concert film for an opening weekend. The film continues to break barriers on a more local scale. The executive director of the Nickelodeon Theater on Main Street, Sumner Bender, shared how the film has affected the theater just steps away from USC's campus.
Within 24 hours of announcing that we were doing Taylor Swift, we sold about $6,000 worth of tickets.
Sierra, an employee at the Nick, talked about her experience with the film.
Watching the movie really gave me a new perspective and kind of respect for her because she does girl boss really bad.
Also inspired by Swift's trailblazing power, local Swiftie Kate Blanton, an instructor at the College of HRSM, will be teaching a course on Swift in the spring.
We're going to plan an event that will be held the last week of spring semester. So maybe we'll do a concert film, Eras Tour concert film event on campus, or at an off-campus a Taylor Swift dance party or something, but the students will plan that from start to finish.
Blanton tried to get tickets to the Eras Tour with a classroom of students last year.
I canceled a class session and invited my students to come and let's try to get Taylor Swift tickets. We had a room full of people with computers trying to get tickets and only half of us got them.
Through friendship bracelet making and visits from Swiftie influencers, the class will be fun for all with no bad blood. For Carolina Insider, I'm Isabella Davis.
Last we checked, the class was full, but you can track the class SBTE 490 if you want to enroll. If you're experiencing post-game day blues, we have some ideas to fill your weekend in today's Carolina calendar. For all those looking for some holiday cheer, Segra Park is hosting a Fireflies Holiday Lights every night in December. For a ticket fee of $12, you can enjoy over 1 million LED lights, local vendors, food, and even a visit with Santa. And on Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., the Columbia Convention Center is hosting a Christmas extravaganza holiday market. There will be 135 vendors of all kinds. Tickets are $7 and parking is free. Finally, on Sunday at 1 p.m., the Lady Gamecocks take on Duke at Colonial Life Arena. That's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you here back next week.